Okay, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit because I know the text is small.
Okay, so the following avatars are for purple devil, for real color, dark bear, nasty.
Hey, Cole. Wait. I'm gonna have to mute my microphone because I gotta quickly do something. Can you just like read it out to the audience? Because I gotta be right back. Give me like 5 minutes.
Okay, Pro No Name Tournament. Official tournament rules. These are the band's avatar. Coroni, Joker, Purple Devil, Fire Realm Wizard, Cleric, Dark Bear, I think Nasty Cat, because there's no Nasty Penguin. Penguin is not allowed. It's Nasty Penguin? Okay. And Mad Scientist. And what about the... Doesn't the alien gives SS? Okay, no guaranteed SS. Okay. Allowed modules. This is stupid. Only Super Sky modules are permitted. Wow. Okay. All pets are allowed. Tanks. The tanks that are allowed are on the image that Griiix is probably going to show you guys afterwards. Items. Man, this is going to be very complicated, man. Okay, basically, there's restriction on items. Okay, but the thing is, you go on a map that has dual plus, you're not allowed using it. So, and so you better really read all the rules perfectly, because one press, it's either if you press by mistake, you're better off just skipping your turn than them seeing you shoot it, because that's probably going to be an automatic loss for that game. Okay, there's a rule. If you accidentally press and activate a banned item, you must either skip your turn or shoot the ground. If you attack your opponent after activating a banned item, you will ultimately lose the match. So that's what I said. So basically, depending on which tanks you choose from the list, you could only use weapon 1 for some, and for others only weapon 2. So choose your tanks correctly. Okay, victory condition. The player who destroyed the most enemy tanks using special weapon wins the match. What? No. Yeah, but the way that you're writing it, like, yeah, see, you need to rewrite it, because the player who destroyed the most enemy tanks using a special weapon wins the match. It's very confusing. Meaning, like, if I read this, like, oh, so I can only kill with SS? If an enemy tank dies from a bungee using an SS weapon, it still counts as a valid kill.
Okay, so sorry, I'm back. I unmuted myself. So I spoke with Super about this because I was a little confused about the winning with SS weapon or whatever. But when he says special weapon, it means the weapon designated for that tank, because every tank, there are only a limited amount of tanks allowed in this tournament, and each tank are restricted to the weapon that is selected. For instance, armor. You can only use weapon 1 for armor, or you can use weapon SS. If you kill without weapon 1 or weapon SS, meaning with weapon 2, then it doesn't count and you lose the match. So basically, don't use the weapon that is restricted for that tank.
Yeah, but right now, the condition that you're giving, it's very, very confusing. A lot of people are gonna message about that. You're better off just not writing anything, because they know they can only use weapon 1 or SS, or depending on tank, weapon 2 and this. You're writing this, and guys are gonna be like, "What the fuck? Like I have to kill. I can only kill with SS. Like what the fuck?" That's the way I'm reading it.
Okay, I'll change it. But the ideal way is you can only, like, again here.
Don't write anything. Just don't write anything.
Yeah.
Like the victory condition, just take that off.
Give me 1 sec.
Match broadcasting. Matches must be streamed or shared in the world of GUM. What do you mean by stream or shared? What do you mean by shared?
What do you mean?
I'm asking you. What does it mean? Matches must be streamed or shared.
Meaning you have to share your stream link.
Okay, stream and share.
Yeah, like you have to stream it and also like fucking like, you know, put it in the
N.
Yeah.
Okay, N. Okay, because you left or, so that's what I understand. A 15-minute waiting tolerance will be given. If a player disconnects, the enemy forfeit that match. Finals must be recorded. Conduct and sportsmanship. Any disrespect towards tournament staff and other players will result in disqualification. Would you also like a slightly or more aggressive competitive version depending on the tone you want for your tournament? I don't understand.
Okay, which part are you at?
The bottom. Would you also like a slightly more aggressive competitive version depending on the tone you want for the tournament?
Oh, sorry, that was my AI thing. I gotta delete that.
Okay.
Anyways, so let's forget about that last part, the conduct. All right. So like I said, in even for our previous tournament, if you decide to join the tournament and you know you have the tendency of saying batshit crazy stuff, whether it is for entertainment or to just kind of exploit like a reaction from other players, aka being a troll, I suggest if you want to participate, make sure you take your meds, because if you shit on other players, shit on the organizer, shit on the admins, basically just spew garbage out of your mouth, you will be immediately disqualified, just like what happened to Team Scorpion, Team Tofu in the last one. He decided to openly talk shit about the organizer while the tournament is happening. That's why we decided to disqualify him. Not because we think he's a scary player, but trust me, he is by far nowhere close to being scary. But, you know, like Cole said, if you don't appreciate the organizer in terms of what they're doing, don't join it. And if you want to join it, keep your mouth shut. If you know you have the tendency of, you know, lashing out and you know, and having your Tourette's on display.
Yeah. So it's a kind of simple tournament.
Yeah, it's actually very kind of easy to understand. I know the wording does sound very confusing, mainly because the rules were given to me in Spanish and I had to translate it using AI. So I'll redo it, because again, this is not officially launched out yet. I just sent it to Super for him to look at it, because, you know, whatever. But I will correct a few things.
We should talk to Super, especially about the Duo Plus. Like, if it's there, like, come on, man.
No, but like he doesn't want the weapon 2, or like the opposing weapon.
I understand that, but Like, you, it becomes too many restrictions, especially like if the items are there. You know, might as well just no items then. It's gonna be more simple, a lot more simple for guys. Guys aren't gonna lose any matches that way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to Super because again, this announcement is just an announcement. It's not officially released or launched for registration. Because I think Super wants to like fix up a little bit of like whatever wrinkles he thinks he has right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll talk to him about it. But ideally,
Because
yep,
the way I see it, like the Dual Plus, you could use it with SS because if you're using a tank that's using a weapon 2, you could use a Dual Plus with the SS first, then the weapon 2. You're
yeah,
not breaking the rules because you're using exactly what's needed to be used.
I know, but I these are the rules that he said. I mean, like again, it's not my tournament.
I know, but
I'm in no place to tell him exactly what to do.
I'm just giving my 3 cents.
Yeah.
Because I know, like the more complicated you do it, a lot of guys are just gonna end up losing. And when we're gonna tell them, hey, you couldn't use that, you lost that match,
They're gonna be pissed.
Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? And and from our last tournament, even though guys read the rules, like they remember it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, the attention span of players remembering the rules is actually really weak. But yeah, I'll bring it up with Super. But I just want to get into the tanks that are available in for you to use in this tournament. Before we get into further details, so with the weapon restriction for weapon 1 only, you can use Armor, Mage, Ice, Rayon, Aceate, Grub, Lancer, Phoenix, Trico, Slam, Malite, Turtle, Desto, Ice Ball, and Ice Storm. Now with weapon 2, you're very limited with your choices, only 6, which happens to be Verk, Goss, JD, Wolf, Eraser, and Octopus. Okay, so I'm just gonna be honest, there are tanks on this list that benefit greatly with these weapon restrictions. I'm just gonna like lay it out there and give you guys a rundown of each tank so that, you know, if you do plan on joining this tournament, you would have an insight from a player like me. Now, I'm not saying I'm good or anything. It's just I'm just throwing my train of thought out there. Armor weapon 1 is by far the most garbage, but the good thing about armor is you can use it as a drop, right? So it's got good enough HP for you to withstand you know, a few shots for you to get your SS. And that's about it, because the weapon 1 is really bad. It can't bunge, it doesn't do damage, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, all of them, it's probably armor that has the best SS.
I mean, I would beg to differ, to be honest. Like,
no, I would, on this list for the on the left side, the arm 1 choice.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Which SS is better than armors?
Mage.
Mage.
Yeah. Mage is freaking awesome.
Mage is very dependent also.
No, because, okay, think about this. With armor, you have to shoot it within a certain, like, height for the weapon to open up, right? Same thing for mage. Yes, you're right, but it's less. It's shorter for it to open up. So what that means is you have more room to play.
Yeah, but it's not like you need super high. It's like for the SS to open is like Bigfoot.
Yeah,
It's like Bigfoot SS or Blank's SS. So it's not like something crazy.
I guess. I mean, I personally think Mage SS is pretty good, especially if there's a tornado, if they're near a tornado. It can really do a
Yeah,
good damage.
for sure, for sure. But
Ice
the
SS
idea,
is probably the safest, but it doesn't do great damage. It does good
no,
damage, but just not great, right? Like at best, you can do close to 400 at best, whereas Mage or Armor itself can do 450 plus, right? So that
yeah.
in
And
itself,
plus, Cersei, it's very really easy.
yeah,
Like you put if it's 2 win, you put like one ruler bar, it's gonna hit perfectly. There's nothing really complicated about it.
yeah. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. The other SS that's good, that does a lot of damage, is Grubs.
I have to edit and change something super, so don't use it yet. It's not complete. COLE and I are talking about your tournament on stream right now. Sorry, I just messaged super. Anyways,
The second roll, Cersei, a Saint SS is good damage, but very easy to hide in a way.
no. But you okay? I just want to point out, even if you hide, it's got so many shots of laser.
Yeah.
It will like, you know what? Even if you hide, you're only hiding from half of the SS on its first turn. From the second turn, you're taking full SS damage.
Yeah, for sure. Then comes my Grub. Cersei Grub SS to me is
It's the best in the game.
SS probably.
Highest damage in the game.
Very situational, but if you played long enough with Grub, you know how to bounce that thing just to give you like a guaranteed
400 damage.
300 damage.
Yeah.
400 easily. It doesn't even need to be perfect, but it will do that much damage.
Yeah.
Then for the third roll, Lancer, seriously, I still don't understand that SS, man.
Lancer is more of a spray and pray. Like, you literally shoot and you bring out the Bible and you pray, because sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how it works.
I find that it takes more than it does anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Then there's Phoenix, but the thing is, who in their right mind is gonna use Phoenix as drop when you could only shoot with S1?
Yeah, and the thing is, I play Phoenix a lot, so for you to get Super Sky with S1 is actually very, very hard, because it doesn't have a lot of good. It's got a very short range, so at best you can probably get Sky. That means you need to get 3 turns in order to get the SS. But Phoenix has a low HP threshold, meaning I don't think it can survive like 3 full turns. Right? So that's kind of where I'm at.
Then we're moving to Trickle. Trickle, seriously, to me sounds like a very safe choice. S1 does okay damage, and you can play on this SS. Has 2 bullets compared to like most of the people on the list 1. And it's a tank. He's tanky. It's a tanky tank.
What I don't like about Trico about the weapon 1 is it's too wide of a weapon, meaning if you don't hit it perfectly, you might only get 1 of the cabbage to hit, which is already 50% loss. That's what I don't like. And on top of that,
it's not 50%. It's not 50. You're still gonna get like spread damage.
I know, but like, think about this. In weapon 1, you have 2 cabbage. If one of them hits the ground, all right, that's 50% of your damage, theoretically.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying theoretically.
A lot of guys don't have all these tanks maxed out. So would you go with Trickle maxed out 7-on-7 skin, or go with armor with 1.5 on each? I'll go with the Trickle.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it really, we're just talking about tanks, but at the end, you have to choose from what you have.
Yeah.
You know, like,
And also
like
Chico
in my
SS
case,
is really bad.
I don't know if it's, I don't know, maybe it's just us that doesn't know how to use it.
Maybe.
But you know, I've seen guys doing like four something, five.
Well,
500
I see the
damage with it.
really good guys. They don't go for damage. They go for the bunge.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But the things like, yeah, like when you play long enough with a certain tank, you know what to do. And in my case, I haven't touched Chico like for so long,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Besides point and shoot,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I know what to do. Then comes Dark Rayon. Dark Rayon, seriously, as a drop, could be something interesting. Because to me, every tank that has the power to one-shot kill is good. And his SS can shield break and can pull you down for an
No,
easy bungee.
no. Dark Rayon's SS does not shield break. You need a pet for it. Only the weapon 2 can shield break.
It doesn't? I
No.
always thought it did.
No. The
wrong.
SS when you shoot,
wrong.
when it lands, it doesn't have like an extra
Maybe-
damage.
But you have the bungee option.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
definitely.
is-
So even if they have a shield, like you can just pretend like it's not there because you can just bunge them if they are not smart with the positioning. But if they are, obviously you're gonna have to waste a turn.
Slam using only weapon 1 is very hard because you're very depending on that. And when you're shooting from up close with weapon 1, I don't know, the trajectory of those missiles is very weird.
Yeah.
Good damage, just hit HP.
I think if you want to play Slam, there are good and bad. And I'll tell you the good first. Weapon 1 is doable if you're playing Slam on the second position with range. Without range, you have to play Slam in the front, but the only downside is you kind of need the range so that you can shoot high enough so the 2 bullets will eventually merge. Because if you shoot low angle, the chances of those 2 bullets merging is kind of like Burke, right? Burke, when you shoot low angle, like it goes freaking everywhere, and that's the same with Slam. So sometimes,
Go, finish.
oh no, and sometimes you just won't be able to connect both bullets if you don't shoot high enough. The good thing about Slam also is you can shield break with weapon 1, and the next good thing about Slam is the SS is actually really strong, but it's also weak in a sense where it's very map dependent and distance dependent.
Yep. Then Malite.
Okay, wait. I don't play Malite, so you have to go. I don't ever touch Malite.
I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't play Malite just using S1. It makes no sense. To me, it makes no sense at all. So I would just skip it. Playing Turtle with weapon 1 only.
Wait. Can I ask you something?
What?
Would you be able to play Malite as a drop using S1? Like, would you be able to shoot high enough?
Yes. Yes, you could. But the thing is, there's no Coroni that you can use or anything that gives you automatic SS. So you will need 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the HP
is,
though,
I don't
right?
know how much HP does Malite have? But I remember it was very squishy.
What if you use Robot X3 though?
Yeah, that could be a solution. But the thing is, like, look at all the tanks there is. A lot of guys are gonna be using Elephant and Chico. I have, like, for sure. These guys are gonna use that, and animal type on Malite is gonna hurt unless you put a Monko.
You know what I foresee? I think people are gonna play Tread Trico in the front, Sad Frog with range, ice at the back, and possibly a S Jewel helmet armor. That's what I see.
Probably, but like we'll talk more about the list afterwards.
Yeah.
But on what guys are going to use, I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
So the last row we have Desto.
Oh no, you
S1.
forgot Turtle, bro.
Yeah, and we want to do with Turtle. Turtle using S1 is total bullshit. It's like using Trickle. Same thing.
No, it's even
different.
worse. The
like,
weapon spread is so fucking wide.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, SS is good, but the thing is, like, are you gonna survive that long? And probably, seriously, with the dual plus roll, if you cannot use it, dude, a lot of tanks are gonna survive to get SS.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna play the SS game, like, I don't know, Turtle might be an option as a drop. That's the way I see it. But beside that, like, would I use it? Just using S.
What about Desto as a drop?
I would play Desto in the back, man. Yeah. Now and go like full defense on it.
No, but like think about this. Because Bungie is allowed, Desto SS, you can really easily bunge people on most maps.
Seriously, I'm not gonna be mean. I have my strategy already, and I know what to do. I think since you can't use any avatars that gives SS, I know what everybody's gonna go defense.
Yeah.
So if you're smart, you go with my goal that's gonna give you heal.
Yep.
And you could use one of those cats there. I don't remember which one. The one that every time somebody uses defense, it gives you an extra S bar or whatever.
The bang, the bang hat, the bang cat or whatever.
That could be something interesting.
Right.
On Desto in the back, where basically every turn you get an extra SS bar because both these guys are using defense. So basically, in 2 shots, you will get SS.
No, I think. Oh no. I think the avatar you're thinking, who you get SS from, is if they heal, then you get an SS bar. It's not the defense.
There's not one. It's not the. There's not one that.
No. I know which one you're talking about. If they heal, then you'll get half of a SS bar, and the other skill of that is heal steal.
I thought there was one that with defense.
No. All the defense one is if they have defense, you heal. You don't get SS from it.
So Mango is the way to go then.
I think Mago and the cat that I'm talking about, like where if they heal, because everyone's gonna be either using Medic, Unin, or Sad Frog, so there's gonna be a lot of heals going on.
Yeah.
And there's no restriction on that avatar, so you want to build SS fast. I mean, that's the way to go.
Yeah. Then, okay, we're moving on.
Ice Ball is a joke. You still there?
Congratulations, bro. Like, if you're able to get far, that's kind of crazy.
With Ice Ball?
Yeah.
I mean, I think people. I think majority, 99% of the players will not choose Ice Ball. The 1% is literally playing Ice Ball because they want to live life on the hard mode. That's it.
No, I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's like playing. I don't know. I'm going to skip it because I will be very surprised seeing you guys using Ice Ball.
Yeah.
especially with weapon 1.
Yeah, true.
Then we move to Storm. Storm without weapon 2, it's pretty much bullshit.
Yep.
I don't know why you would use it instead of using Desto or or even Lancer.
I
see
think
Lancer
Lancer's
being,
a good choice, to be honest.
Yeah, Lancer S1 is seriously a lot better than Storm S1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the left side. The right side, Vert, I don't know. I don't play it. I don't use it. I never touched it. So, like, is it good or not? I have no idea. And plus, it's not like a lot of guys use it, so I can't base my opinion from it. You use it a bit. What do you think?
Which tank are you talking about? Sorry.
Vert.
I'm gonna be honest. When I saw Verk in the weapon 2 category, I actually like it. Mainly because I actually secretly practice Verk weapon 2 a lot, so I know how to shoot it. And I'm gonna tell you my combo if I were to play in this tournament. I would play Verk in the front with Sad Frog, and then I would play Wolf in the back with Tread Toy with range. And my drop, I would either play Eraser or Armor. And the reason why I say that is because the extra 10% is actually very, very valuable to Wolf, especially in the early on when your weapon is level 1 or 2. It's really weak. So any additional bonus to kind of prop it up is very important. And then if your Wolf gets to level 3 or 4 and you're still able to maintain a 10% debuff, that's basically an extra, like, because at max level you get plus 30%, plus another 10, that's plus 40%. That's easily, like, after defense, probably a 250, 260 damage shot, including the shockwave, right? The aftershock.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Wolf is actually a really good contender. You can even play Wolf as a drop, but I think the weapon 2 for Wolf is so good, mainly because it can break shield, and it does insane amount of damage. It will take a aggro away from, like, your Verk or even your drop, because Verk is not strong until it can get the SS. If you're able to shoot SS with Verk, you're essentially just stacking at least a minus 30 defense on your opponent. So think about this. Wolf already does naturally good damage. If you were to add in the weapon 2, which is 10%, and let's say you miss 1 bullet from the weapon SS and you get 3 bullets, that's still 40% minus on top of whatever Wolf is doing. Like, that's insane. And it's not like the Verk SS does little damage. It actually does really good damage.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how I see it.
But yeah, but we're gonna finish up, then I'll give my point of view.
Sure.
Then there's Eraser. Seriously, Eraser using weapon 2 only would be a no-go for me. Cause it's the shit. Sorry, my language. Cause it doesn't do enough damage. Plus, you can't really utilize that Tor or that Lightning the way that weapon 1 does.
And on top of that, with weapon 2, it's virtually impossible. It's possible, but almost impossible to get any Super Sky or Sky Judgment.
Yep. Okay, then the last but not least, Octor. Octor using weapon 2 only. Do you know how precise you have to be for it to do good damage? And not to be mean, I think Octor in this list has to be one of the 3 lowest HP tanks here. Him and JD.
Octor?
Yeah.
Octor has good HP. What are you talking about?
It does it?
Yeah, it's got like It's got like after it's like level 50, it's got like 700 something. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I always get destroyed out there.
Yeah, because it's you don't you play it with a Coroni with no defense.
No, of course, all defense.
I don't know. I don't know. From what I can remember,
I don't,
you didn't have much defense back then.
I don't use Coroni on my out there. I use Joker.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why.
Okay, so this sums up the tank list, and what I was trying to get to is whatever there is here doesn't really matter, because you're not gonna go with a tank with a 1% skin stat for the tournament. You're probably gonna go. You're gonna check your list. Whatever I have maxed out is what I'm gonna use, because in the end, you know, a 7-on-7 grub is gonna do a lot more damage than a slam with a 1-1, a 1.5, 1.5. You're gonna survive longer also. So you can't, like, you. To me, how I'm gonna base my strategy is on which tank do I have maxed out.
Yeah,
That's the way I'm gonna do it.
yeah, I think so too.
And from the list, it's not that I don't have a lot of maxed out tanks. The three that I have, actually those that I have on the list that are maxed out or close to maxed out, it's Grub, Elephant, and probably the last one would be Armor. Oh no, our Dark Rayon.
Right.
Those are the four that I have. The rest, they're nowhere near, and I wouldn't know what to do. So basically, my lineup is gonna depend on what I decide between those four tanks.
I see. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, like it's a restrictive tournament, right? So not everyone's gonna have things maxed out, and like you said, people are probably gonna pick the tanks that has the best skin stats and work around it, rather than, you know, pick the tank with the best weapon, even if they're, you know, they may not have full skin. Everyone has their own game plan, but for me, it's more like just have fun. Like, you know, like be competitive, but like don't expect to go too far. At the end of the day, it's a restrictive tournament, right? Like you don't have to put too much thought into it or like lose sleep over it. Just have fun.
Yeah.
And the one good thing about it is, I just have to add this in. Super is going to be casting most of the games, and if you want to be featured on the most popular GunboundM players channel, I think this is a really good way to like kind of, you know, if this is something that you care about, get your name out there, you know, perform your best, and people will remember you.
Yeah, for sure. And this is a real competition, because half the time when you're playing on the ladder, guys do run. So you really don't know how good you are. And this is the only way, basically, to prove it. You're going to play versus probably 32 or 64 or more of the best players, hopefully, in the game. There's no reason. Like, you know, you choke, you miss. Like, this is just how the game is going to be. Yeah. And this is going to be a lost strategy, because if you're using only weapon 1 or weapon 2, that means damage. Don't expect crazy damage from anybody.
But I think.
So I think it's.
Oh, go ahead.
You're gonna play a lot. A lot of guys are really gonna bank on the SS.
Yeah. Even Super said this is primarily a SS tournament. It's more of a It's not whether you have the best lineup, it's the best strategy to get to SS, because ultimately at the end of the day, SS will win you the game because there's no SS breaker, there's no SS stealers, there's no, you know, like there's no additional modules to give you SS. So it's like, how are you going to get yourself to SS is the real challenge. SS breaker is not allowed to as an item.
Oh, is that, it wasn't written?
Yeah, no, I think Super updated the list. He mentioned to me there's no SS breaker. So if you have a -1 SS break item, -3 SS item, -0.5 from the additional item you can buy, which is already not allowed, you can't use them. So if you accidentally press on it, I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to skip your turn.
Oh my god.
It is really restrictive, and you know, like a part of it is people like can they remember it?
Yeah, guys, seriously, like if I would be you and playing, if you're playing the iPad, use your phone just to have it on the open page of the restricted items and leave it there. Just leave it. In my case, my strategy, I'm gonna pick everything on weapon 1, and I'm not gonna switch my weapons to 2 during the whole game, just to be sure that I didn't fuck up. You know, because in the heat of the moment, a lot of things can happen. So just be careful, guys. Like, tournament with restrictions, seriously, you can play your best game possible, not miss only perfect shots, and next thing you know, you press on weapon 2 by mistake.
Yeah, that
just cost you the game.
No, that literally, it like, imagine if you were down to your, it's a best out of 5, by the way. I think I forgot to mention that. And if it's down to your last game and you decide to accidentally press a weapon that is not permitted, like, you would want to punch yourself in the dick.
Yeah. So, but I know in the first round, at least 30% of the guys are gonna get a penalty because of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not something that you're used to.
Yeah, that is for sure. Let's see.
Especially like a lot of guys gonna be arguing like, oh, I just saw Wolf use S2, but he's in the S2 section.
Yeah,
so
a lot of people.
It can be really.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna get confused.
It could be misleading. Like a lot of guys are gonna use Wolf as drop just to mislead you, to switch weapon, and that's it. They won the game.
Yeah.
It's dirty, but legal.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, like you know, when you sign up for this tournament, you should really know what you're signing yourself up for, and you know, if you go in there without a game plan, like you deserve to not make it far. Like, is that fair to say? Right. Yeah. So like Cole just said, pick tanks that only uses all weapon 1 or all weapon 2, then you'll never have a problem.
Yep. Because, you know, all you need is to change the weapon and forget to switch it back or whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't really have that problem because I play Bungie, so I really have to need to switch weapons, but I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird tournament. It's gonna be fun for sure. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys are gonna complain and bitch. And did you tell the guys that if it was a free tournament or a paid one?
Okay. No. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Because I think the rules that was given to me is not up to date, but I do know certain things, and I'll add it in the banner. Obviously, I can't do it right now, but I'll just tell you guys. So in terms of entry, you're going to have to reach out to Super L because he is going to have like a sign-up sheet. And within the sign-up sheet, it's very simple stuff. It's gonna ask for your in-game ID name, in-game ID number, the stream link that you'll be using. For instance, if you stream on Facebook, you just have to mention it. It's gonna be Facebook, and this is my account. Or like, for instance, I'm just gonna say a random name like Billy Bob, right? Then it would be, you know, Facebook/Billy Bob Live or whatever the link is. For me, I would register myself, you know, as Griiix 11046678, and my stream would be YouTube Griiix GBM. And the other part is you're gonna have to, you know, submit your lineup, right? And after that, it's gonna ask a few questions that is related to the rules of the tournament. If you do not answer those questions correctly, your registration is not considered, meaning it will be bounced back. Like Super or I will send it back to you and be like, you didn't fill it out properly, fill it out again, so that we can ensure people to actually read the rules, which is very important, because the one thing we don't want is for people to just randomly join a tournament, not knowing any of the rule, and then they play, and then, oh, you're disqualified, oh, you lose, and then they throw a tantrum. But who's to blame? Is it, right? Like, is it yours to blame, or is it for us? So we want to like minimize that. And if you have any questions, you can always jump into Super L's stream and ask him whatever questions you may have, or that I have not covered, or that I forgot to cover. And he is more than happy to answer it. But ultimately, the registration will be from Super. Now, that is just the registration part. Now, in terms of entry fee, the information that I'm given is it's gonna cost 5 peso for all South American players. 5 peso. So, I mean, I think 5 peso is affordable enough.
Souls, no? Souls.
No. Super said 5 peso. So I don't know if it's actually soles or peso, but either way, it's a very small entry fee. So I just want to throw out as a disclaimer, please do not sign up and send your money to anyone else other than Super L. Don't even send it to me. Don't send it to Cole. Don't send it to anyone who claims that they are a moderator or an admin. Send it to Super. Because if you don't send it to Super without the, you know, like the acknowledgement of him knowing, then you're not considered to be in the tournament. Then you're just wasting your money. And the reason why I say this is because in the past, there are a lot of people who make fake tournaments, fake advertisement under the name of other players and all that stuff. And people send them, you know, 20 soles, 30 soles here for entry fee. And they literally just walk away after people finish signing up. And the tournament, either the tournament happens, but the winners don't get paid out, or the host of that or not the host, but like basically the scammer of that is just gonna walk away with your money. So the reason why I really emphasize this, if you are going to register, it's going to cost, but make sure you send your money to Super L. And if you don't know his PayPal wallet, ask him. I'm not gonna give it to you. I have it, but it's not. I'm in no condition to give that away because that's his personal information. Yeah.
I just Googled, okay? 5 souls equals 1.9 Canadian dollars, which makes sense to the for us to pay the $2 Canadian. But when you talk about 5 Mexican pesos,
Yeah.
it's only 35 cents.
Oh, then it must be soulless.
Yeah.
But again, like these are questions even I myself don't have definitive answers for, which is why I really encourage every player, whether you speak Spanish or you speak English, ask Super, because Super knows how to speak Spanish and English. All right, you don't assume he doesn't know. He knows how to speak it. He just doesn't on his stream, because 99% of his viewers are Spanish viewers. And the last thing is US players, meaning North American players, we have to pay a $2 USD for entry fee. It's gonna cost a little bit more, but based on what you can see here on the screen, first prize winner is 150, I would assume soulless, plus X, meaning the money that Super L collects collectively, that goes into the prize pool. Like he himself, he's not pocketing anything. He's not making money from this, right? He's doing this just like Cole and I. We love the game. We love the community. That's why he's giving back to the community the way he wants. And we, Cole and I, give back to the community the way we want. So in his way is 150 guaranteed soulless for the first prize, plus whatever else the entry fee he is able to collect. Second prize is 80 soulless, plus whatever the prize pool is collect. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be divided up equally. Third place prize, you will be getting 30 soulless plus the 1/3 of the share of the entry fee. So at the end of the day, you could be, you know, walking away with plus 200 soulless if you're the first place prize, which is actually a very, very generous prize pool. Now, in terms of players, Super L wants 32, but if there are more, we're gonna make it work. Again, because of the tournament manager, and I'm helping Super with this, I'm gonna figure it out if there are more than 32 players. So that's not a problem.
But guys, don't forget, like every submission that you guys are gonna input, there's nothing definitive. Basically, you could submit with Super, and he goes like, it's good and everything. Next thing you know, tomorrow you're gonna go in somebody's chat room or somebody's Facebook and start commenting on something stupid, and you might get removed.
Yeah, and that's on you.
Yeah. So it's not because Super goes, okay, you're good for the entry, that you're going to be good the whole time. You might get kicked out before the tournament, in the middle of the tournament, and in the finals even.
Yeah. Basically, if, like I said, like at the beginning, if you know you're the type of player to trash talk, I encourage you to take your meds and shut the fuck up. Honestly, that is the safest way to guarantee yourself to not be disqualified. Right? Just play the match, and that's it. Don't comment if you know you are a troll. That's it.
Yep. Like seriously, if you're smart, okay, and during your match, I don't know what the full rules are, okay, but if the rule goes no emoji spamming, don't use, and your guy starts emoji spamming, don't reply. You could just
do not
finish the
retaliate.
game. Yeah, finish the game, click once on good game, leave it, even though you lost. Guess what?
The administrative will decide the winner.
Yeah. If we decide and if we judge that there is emoji spamming, guess what? You will advance and he will lose. But if you retaliate and do the same thing to him, guess what? You're gonna be out.
Yep.
And we're not gonna take the excuse like, oh, but he started. He emojis first. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, we don't care about that. It's one of those rules like zero tolerance.
Yeah. Seriously, like last tournament, there was a game where both teams were emoji spamming. I wanted to kick them out both out. Seriously, I wanted to kick them both out. That would have been like the best lesson, but I got outvoted.
Yep. Oh, speaking of vote, so I've spoken to Super, and I think he agrees with me that we're going, this tournament and any tournament at least that I will be involved in will have 4 admins at maximum and the minimum. Okay, the reason why I say 4 is because one admin will have to address or bring up any topic of discussion or controversies that's happening. They have to bring, with that one admin has to bring it up to the admin group. However, once he brings it up, that admin who brings up the controversy, they are not allowed to vote. Okay?
Yeah.
So it has to, so there are going to be 3 other admins to vote on it. So it's an odd number. However, in order for disqualification, just to ensure that, you know, there's no like people like pulling strings or whatever, like some people would like to say, it has to be a unanimous vote for a disqualification, meaning all 3 other admins have to vote for disqualification in order for the disqualification to be valid. Now, you might ask, what if it's a 2 out of 3? And then if it's a 2 out of 3 on the majority side of voting to for disqualification, that player that was technically supposed to be disqualified will get a sanction. In terms of sanction, we don't know yet. It might be that they have to win an extra game to advance. It's a big sanction, so again, it's not worth your emoji spamming. Now, the last one is, what if it's a minority vote? Then what happens? If it's a minority vote, it will be considered as a warning. However, if that player happens to trigger his Tourette's once again, there is no vote needed and they get automatically kicked out. So what it is 1 out of 3, you get a warning. 2 out of 3, you get a sanction. 3 out of 3, you're out of the tournament. Is that easy to understand?
And I'm not gonna hide everything. I'm pretty sure of all the guys, the organizer, I am the most strict one. Like, I don't take bullshit. Like, seriously, to me, it's one extreme or the other. So if you do something small or big, to me, if you've broken the rule, to me, it deserves an automatic kick. So guys, don't do anything, because that's gonna be my first.
Basically, what Cole is saying is, if you do something stupid, he will be the first to vote you out as a disqualifier. So it's a guarantee that he's going to vote for a disqualification. That's what he's saying.
And yeah, exactly. And I'm like this even with my clanmates that are gonna participate. I'm even more strict with them than with the other guys, because I expect like our clan to be top notch and perfect doing the
behaved.
Yep. You know, like you're representing us, so like, please don't make us look bad.
Yeah. So I think we've covered most of the tournament stuff. Again, this is the Tournament Pro ARMA SS, meaning SS is really emphasized here. If you would like to join, reach out to Super in his live stream and sign up there. If you have any questions that we have not covered or that we are unclear of when explaining, Super is the person to ask. I will do my best to facilitate. However, I can only do it with my primary language, which is English. So I am still able to connect or communicate with Spanish players, but I have to use AI translator. And as you may or may not know, the AI translator sometimes is really stupid. So if you speak very like culturally slang, the AI is not going to understand. Therefore, I won't understand. So it's best if you speak Spanish, ask Super. If you speak English, feel free to ask me or Super, because Super also understands and speaks English. That's it.
Yep. Seriously, like go with the person that is gonna understand you at best.
Yep.
Because of the translator, like we got into a big problem.
Yeah.
And we don't want that to happen either.
Yep. But yep,
So,
that is it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just gonna wait for the rest of the rules, because I'm pretty sure that
I
more
gotta
rules are gonna
finish
come
it.
up.
I gotta finish it.
And what else? And we're gonna wait for the tournament date, since I don't even know when that's gonna happen.
Yeah, okay, so in terms of the uncertainty, it's the tournament date. I think it's until Super has 32 submissions. I myself, I don't know about Cole, but this is what I told Super. I will not join this tournament unless you need an extra body to fill in the spot. Meaning, if there are 32 real, like, applications, because, again, Super is by far the most famous GBM YouTuber, which means he probably has a fan base that just wants to join for the sake of joining the tournament. I'm not going to take away a spot from his fan base, because honestly, like, I don't feel I need to or whatnot. I'm happy to just moderate and be a referee and like cast. I'm happy to do that, but I will only join is if there needs to be another spot filled to make the tournament happen. That's it.
What's the format? Meaning, are we going like
best out of 5?
The real VIP style where everything gets shuffled?
No.
After every round?
No. It's not gonna be a real VIP style tournament. It's gonna be a traditional, typical tournament. The bracket's gonna be made, and it's most likely gonna be made live. So there's no like rigging. Super L or I will be doing the bracket like I did last tournament. I just posted my live shuffle, explained it, and then I turned it off. So people can always go back into that video to make sure that I didn't rig anything, okay? It's gonna be automatic. I'm not gonna click it more than once. I'm just gonna click shuffle. It does what it does, and that's it. No, like, oh, I don't like this set of bracket for myself. I'm gonna click it again. I won't be doing that. So yeah.
What's the what was I gonna say?
Best out of 5.
Oh, give me a second. I just remembered something that's very important. The format. Okay, keep on continue with it. I forgot what I said, but it was a really important point that I forgot to point out. Oh yeah, for the streaming, didn't you told me that everything has to be recorded?
Yes.
And saved?
Yes.
So yeah, okay. Be very careful and start working on it as soon as possible, because I know for myself, I'm using what's it called? Twitch. And my Twitch never saves anything. So I'm gonna have to play with it, because that could be something really stupid for you to lose on.
Yes.
So
So
if
all
you wanna
game has
test
to be
the things-
streamed, and the stream has to be saved. So in case referees like myself need to go back into the game and make sure, like, whatever issue or controversy that players bring up, like, let's say, oh, he was emoji spamming me, oh, he messaged me privately saying I am gay, whatever, right? If I need evidence, I need proof, meaning if you don't save it, I can't do anything for you. What do you want me to do? Right? So make sure your stream is saved. I would, like Cole said, the moment you sign up for this tournament, make sure your stream is working. Do a lot of test runs. I don't care.
And guys, stop testing 10 minutes before your match.
Yep. Because like Super said, you are given 15 minutes allotted wait time for the scheduled match. So if, let's say, for instance, I am playing against Cole and we scheduled it at 12 p.m. My Pacific Standard Time, and we both agreed, and you know, Cole has a screenshot of my WhatsApp saying, okay, we both agree. Now, when it comes to game time, if I don't show up at 12:16, it's an automatic loss. Okay? There's no like, oh, I'm on the bus, blah blah blah. Like, too bad. You agreed and confirmed with this, like, days in advance. There should be no excuse. And let's just say there's a medical emergency. I'm just gonna be honest. If there is a medical emergency, deal with that and forget about the tournament. Just take the L, join it again next time. Is that not a fair thing to say?
Yep. If you know you're busy, do not. That's the way I see it. Like, don't waste your time. Don't waste anybody else's. Because, you know, guys, a lot of guys have other things to do than just like
Wait around
for a match.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna give another example. Last tournament I hosted, my partner fell asleep, and I was ready to throw in the towel because, one, I'm a moderator and I need to abide by my own rules. But luckily, my opponent was willing to wait a little bit longer. Luckily, during the time they were waiting for me, my partner woke up. So I got lucky. But given this situation where there is zero tolerance, even if your opponent says, okay, we will wait, the tournament rules... No, the
Cole says no,
yeah.
you're disqualified,
Yeah, if Cole... No, Cole... It's not about what Cole says. It's the fact that you are 1 minute late after the allotted time. It doesn't matter if you have one vote, no vote, you're still out because you've broken the rule. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. I think we covered basically everything. I'm gonna have to download this and clip it, and so I can just upload it as a video on its own. But Cole, do you have any questions? If not, I'm gonna end this live stream as it is now.
No. No. We covered up pretty much everything, so I don't need to say anything more.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna end the stream so I can download it, and then I can clip it because I was just playing some games earlier, and then I want it to be a separate video on its own so people can go back. I know it's really lengthy. I know we talked a lot, but this tournament has a lot to cover, even though as simple as it may seem on the surface. We are telling you these because we know if those rules are not abided, you are disqualified. And trust me, you don't want to be disqualified for reasons that is not you losing, right? That's the worst, especially if you're going to be paying to join a tournament, whether it's 5 Solus, 10 Solus, 100 Solus, right? Money is money. You pay to enter. You don't want to lose without giving a fair fight. And I want everyone to have a fair shot and a fair fight to win the prize, right? Because ultimately, you're going to be featured on, again, the most popular GBM streamer's channel. So don't get disqualified because you'll be the laughing stock.
And yeah, and there's nothing better than being able later on to go on, let's say, one of the web page and see your name and account as one of the past winners.
Exactly.
Surely need tends to shout.
People
Anyways.
can't say anything about you when you win a tournament because you proved it to the whole world. You're one of the best.
Okay, anyways, I gotta go. But I'm gonna end the stream. Again, if you have any questions, go into Super's live stream. He streamed basically almost every night, so there's no excuse for you not being able to reach him. But in terms of me, I don't stream every day, so yeah, don't always ask me. I mean, if you have my personal contact through WhatsApp, you can ask me, I'll answer it, but don't expect any other form of way unless I'm streaming and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it here. Hope it was clear enough for everyone to understand. Until then, I will see you guys the next time I'm live. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, toodaloo, bye.